On to you Pisces out here. So for you, you have the Three of Cups, the Emperor, and then you Pisces have the Hierophant. So the Three of Cups, the Emperor, and the Hierophant speaks to how, oh wow, that's interesting. So you may get the Six of Cups in the clarification of any of these cards. The reason why I'm saying that is because the Three of Cups, the Emperor, and then you have the Hierophant. Remember how it is I'll say sometimes that Three of Cups represents reconciliation, right? Well, you, Pisces, have someone that is reaching out to you because they basically want to make sure that the two of you are good. They want to make sure that the two of you are good, right? That the stupid stuff it is that they didn't overplay their hand. The Emperor and the Hierophant represents you, Pisces, are just allowing them to actually show you or reach out to you, but you, Pisces, don't necessarily really plan on actually taking them back in your life. A lot of you, Pisces, just are planning to just let them get off whatever it is that they need to say. You forgive them, but you're not going to have them in your life. You know, Pisces is the redeemer. Pisces can also be the punisher, but Pisces is the redeemer, where Pisces represents the forgiving aspect of the divine, the Most High, whatever you want to call it, right? The part that forgives, the part that lets that be water up underneath the bridge. It's not personal. It's not taken personally. It's not any of that stuff. And the situation with you, Pisces, is that this person really, for you, they've crossed a line. They've crossed several lines. And what I mean by that is they really went out of their way to disrespect you. The Judgment and the Hierophant, they like you. But the problem, though, is that they squandered this opportunity. And now they realize that they overplayed their hand. Here they are now trying to get you, Pisces, to forgive them and allow them back into your circle. And that's not happening for you, Pisces. You, Pisces, don't want these people to actually be in your life, because you would have to question far too often, because what is that going to look like? You know, like, how are you, Pisces, going to be in a relationship with somebody and they are joking on you? Like, it's supposed to be you and them versus the world. You and your significant other, your ace, boon, coon, the person that you're tight like glue with, right? Two peas in a pod. Now all of a sudden it's like, what you understand, this person sold you out. What would a relationship with this person look like? Well, and so a lot of you, Pisces, understand that if this is how being in a relationship with them would be, why would you, Pisces, essentially want them to actually be with you? Why would you want to be with them? You, Pisces, already know everything that you're getting. You're in a situation with them where, yeah, they may like you, but so what? And I think a lot of you, Pisces, understand that. Yeah, they like you, but so what? You know, there's been plenty of people who come to me. I'm not going to say names, but it's just plenty of people who come to me and they'll be like, oh, well, why would this person do this if they did this? And my answer to them is, yeah, they like you, but they're so dysfunctional. They're so dysfunctional to the point where you got to understand the mentality. Like, they're short yellow bus. They're not all the way upstairs, yo. Like, it's hard for people to sometimes grasp that, Pisces. Not just, you know, with you. Sometimes, you know, Pisces will come through and I'll tell them what it is, but just anyone in general. And I get it. It's hard. I get it, because you're not trying to insult other people's intelligence, for one. And for two, you, Pisces, can't fathom being like that yourselves, right? It's literally hard for you to even imagine being like that yourselves. But there are people like that in the world who do stupid stuff like this. And like, they've just decided to divorce themselves from all reality. So everything with them makes no sense. I had somebody that basically came through and got a reading, gave the person a reading, right? Gave my 150%, right? Wanted to, every time I give somebody a reading, I want to go ahead and give them the best reading that they've ever had. I want to put in as much effort. I want to show them, right? Not just my stuff, but I also want to show them, because I want them to understand that they see quality, and that if they can't understand quality, if it's right in front of their face, they're not going to understand what quality is, right? So the person comes through, gets a reading from me, but then at the same time, right, is contacting me a lot. So I'm being patient with this person. I'm not going in, I'm not talking trash to this person or whatever, showing this person the utmost respect. Long story short, the person says that they want to talk to me, right? Personally. I'm like, why? Because why? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm a guy from the hood who's essentially doing my thing and making money from this YouTube thing, and people who come to me and get readings the honest way, right? Like, what's up? Like, I'm not, you know what I mean? I you know, because if you're going to talk to me, have something to talk about. Like, you know what I'm saying? You just, whatever. So the person is basically, it's like, okay, well, you can contact me anytime. I'm like, what do you mean anytime? You can contact me anytime. Okay, contacted the person, because I'm like, okay, the person wanted to talk. Okay, they asked for time. All right, so I'm gonna give them time. Now then the person goes back and says, oh, I gotta schedule something with them. The confusion. The dysfunction, the confusion. My gosh, are you coming or are you going? And this is the point that it is not making, right? Because now it's this sense of, it's the same thing that applies to this. It's like before, they wanted to play you out. They're playing you out, but they like you. But then, they can't do right by you in the public eye. If you were to go anywhere with them and someone more popular than you, right, quote unquote popular, says something, you think they're gonna stand up for you? You think that they're gonna represent you? You think that they're gonna stand right next to the people goofing on you? So you Pisces would be alone, and you Pisces know this. So the world and the devil and the Three of Wands right here, a lot of Capricorn influence, represents, you just understand that with them, it's a no-fly zone. It's a no-go, because this person has already shown you their hand in the first place by showing you that they're not trustworthy, showing you how dysfunctional they are, right? If they wasn't into you before, all they had to do was just let you know from the jump. But what is it that they did, right? Cause see, and let me spit some game with this one too, right? And this is why I say that that's not an excuse, right? And by the end of this, you'll know what I'm talking about. Sometimes people will have this ideology of like, oh, they'll try to make up an excuse, right? When they flake, they'll try to make up an excuse when it's like, for instance, when it's like, they will get a person's phone number. Two of you will interact. The person will be like, oh, okay. You'll be like, hey, do you want to hang out? The person will say, okay, all the way up to the actual day, the actual time, then they flake. And then it's this weird mentality of, oh, well, the person changed their mind. Hogwash. So how come the person doesn't have enough decency to say, hey, I don't want to go out on this date. I don't want to hang out with you. I'm not really feeling you like that. So much opportunity. So much opportunity to get up on the phone and say, look, yo, like, if you're not feeling me, set me free and stop wasting my time. No, what is it that people will say? That's right? That is no excuse for them to do that. Because what it says is that person is a freaking weirdo. There's no exceptions to that, because be a grown adult, pick up the phone and say, hey, listen, I'm not feeling you like that. Hey, Hey, that's water up underneath the bridge. At least you didn't waste my time. Ooh, don't be all the way up. So this is the point that I make when I say that you Pisces understand how useless talking to them and having them come back and trying to butter you up is. You Pisces get it. Like, if a person is goofy to play you out like that, why would you want them to come back, right? Ever. Now they all up in your face talking about how, come on now, you know it wasn't like that. So how was it then the first time around? The Chariot and the Ace of Cups represents how, and that's the weird world of dating. That's the delusion. That's the weird world of dating, right? People will throw their significant other spiritually up underneath the bus. It is a saying, not physically. And then what they'll do is that they'll expect the person to understand. Like, yeah, you know, I betrayed you, and yeah, you know, but I expect you to understand, though, that, you know, betrayals and stuff like this is going to happen. We understand it, but it doesn't mean that we're going to allow you to come back because you goofy. You dig what I'm saying? So let's clarify the Ace of Cups. You may get the Six of Cups in clarification. You have the Ace of Wands, the King of Pentacles, the Hanged Man, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Empress. Okay. To clarify the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Wands, the King of Pentacles, the Hanged Man, and the Queen of Pentacles. They understand that because I'm gonna tell you what happened. They embarrassed you. They had you Pisces thinking that they were feeling you, only for them to start essentially moving the goalposts. Because when you Pisces got real comfortable with them, with you thinking that they're into you, because they showed up correctly all the way up to a certain point, to the point where they wasn't showing up correctly, now all of a sudden they start moving the goalposts and they start finding ways to disrespect you. And you Pisces didn't understand why they were doing this when you were being consistent with respect and love and adoration and admiration, but they didn't want to essentially show you that. So now a lot of you Pisces are just looking at it like, here they are now coming back, trying to say what's up. My cat may be in here, but trying to say what's up, trying to get you to forgive and forget. And it's like, no, they misunderstand you Pisces. You forgive them, but you're not forgetting it. The Empress right here represents you're already, you don't care what they have to say. Point is, you're moving forward and you're going to talk to somebody else. Because for them to do that, it's extreme. Let's clarify the Chariot. The High Priestess, Queen of Wands, Page of Cups, the Fool, and then you have the Knight of Wands. Okay. They're still coming back, though. I stand on that. They're still coming back. The Hierophant, the Queen of Wands, the Page of Cups right here represents, again, yeah, they like you, but they messed up with you. You know, it could be this, right? It could be either they come back to you and it's a very brief thing because they just send you like a text message or something really brief about how they're sorry, or they call you and they tell you about how they're sorry and it's brief, or they haven't actually done that yet, but they're thinking about being with you and what it would be like to be in a relationship with you, but they have some sort of inflated sense of ego. They have a reputation to protect, you know, that kind of delusion. And so the Fool and the Knight of Wands represents they're stuck in said delusion. They're not going to escape that delusion. So again, you Pisces are just showing your genius by understanding. You're showing your wisdom by understanding That's a useless cause. This person is so wrapped up in this delusion of grandeur or stuff like this. They're not going to come down off of that. So that's pretty much it for now. You Pisces are just going to go get to know other people. Stop and don't even waste any more of your time on this goofy. That's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Trying to get the YouTube channel to 100K. We have 16,100 and change. Smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, hit the notification bell, set the notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos.